Good evening to all and welcome to the session. Good evening. Before we go to the actual session, I would like to talk about the new batches starting from 12th January. What are these batches? Quick look. Selection in SSC CGL 21-22, SSC CGL and CHSL 2021 exams, SSC CHSL 2021, SSC CPO 2021, complete batch on general studies all SSC exams, foundation batch SSC MTS, target SSC stenographer, complete batch, Delhi Police Constable, complete batch. There are two iconic features. One is a raise hand feature, the other one, ask a doubt. Very useful. The ask a doubt feature is now available on Unacademy website for all our learners in SSC exam. We heard you and upgraded the Unacademy ask a doubt feature to suit your needs. You can ask up to 3 doubts at a go, get solutions in your preferred language, submit your doubts to the Unacademy website or the learner application. The test series, all these are free, you don't have to pay. Only thing you have to go through the days and the time slots, very useful. You don't have to pay. A raise hand feature, once you take the plus subscription, you can use this. Talk with your favorite educators in live class and clear your doubts. It is much better than offline. Every Sunday, Unacademy organizes a scholarship test, SSC Combat. Now it is general awareness plus current affairs. I think this is over. We have to wait for the next one. These are the subscription offers. Use my referral code Murthy10. You get 10% discount. All set, let's crack it. Now let us go to important questions. There are about 30 questions based on grammar, sentence improvement, error location, and fillers. Look at the first sentence and try to spot the error. Good evening. Please have a look at the first one. The center's bid to dispel the pall of gloom over the economy have been helped in recent weeks by a rating. This goes with sentence improvement. If you think the given expression is correct, no improvement. If you think it is not correct, you have to choose one of the options. So which option is correct, you have to decide. The center's bid. Bid means good evening. Thank you very much. The center's bid attempt in this context to dispel, remove, reduce the pall of gloom, the feeling of sadness over the economy. Here the subject is the bid. Bid means attempt. It is a subject, the key word. It is singular. To dispel the pall of gloom over the economy, you don't have to consider. Because bid is singular, third person singular, sentence is in present perfect passive voice, we have to use a singular verb. Have is not correct. Here we cannot use past perfect, and have been helping. Present perfect continuous not required. So what is the answer? Has been helped. Fine, thank you. How are you? Has been helped in recent weeks by a rating. Answer is the center's bid has been helped. The key words you should always focus on. This is based on subject, verb, agreement. Under pressure, not easy. You got to read very carefully to answer a question like this. Let us go to question number 2. Expensive oil could hit the consumption and public investment and dent private investment. What is not a path to a sustained revival? These are all lengthy sentences. You got to read very carefully and you have to know the meanings of a lot of words. Only then you can answer, understand the context. Expensive oil could hit consumption and public investment and dent. Dent means what? Imagine there's a flat surface, and this flat surface here it goes down hollow, and that is known as a dent. Usually, dents go with cars, bikes sometimes, but you see a lot of dents. If you take cars, you come across the word dent. What is not a path? Here we cannot use a question word what. We have to use a relative pronoun. Relative pronoun, you have to decide who, whom, which. Who goes with a person, whom also goes with a person, they are not correct. Expensive oil could hit consumption and public investment and dent private investment, which is not a path. Here it talks about a thing. We have to use a relative pronoun which is not a path to a sustained revival. Sustain has got many meanings. One of the meanings to hold. You can also think of the word maintain. Sustain interest for a long time. Hold someone's interest for a long time. Maintain something. But sustainable goals a different meaning. Sustainability a different meaning. And revival, bring back the original standards. You have to think of words like revival, revitalize, resurgence, all these. Based on the relative pronoun, correct relative pronoun, which answer is the third option. If you ask the question, what is this about? It is about a relative pronoun, which. If you are a smart learner, you have to recollect where to use who, where to use which, and where to use a relative pronoun that. That is very important. It has three different rules. All the rules you have to recollect. Without any exaggeration, the provision will ensure that legislators keep a voice in finalizing the terms and conditions of the agreement. Without any exaggeration, exaggerate means to magnify. Imagine five persons got injured. Someone comes and says 20 got injured. That is nothing but exaggeration. I see some of the answers. Nayak says first option. Only one student has answered. First option will ensure that legislators, noun plural, keep a voice does not go with the context. Had a voice, again, not the right word. Lost a voice, no. It has to be in present that legislators have a voice in finalizing the terms and conditions of the agreement. Have a voice means they have something to say. They are considered. They can play a role, vital role, or crucial role. Legislators have a voice in finalizing, when it comes to finalizing the terms and conditions of the agreement. They should be considered, they should have something to say. Even this question is based on subject, verb, agreement. Question number 4. As soon after the players arrived in decorated cars, the ceremony began with traditional African drummers and dancers blowing conch shells. What is the answer? Question number 3, only one student answered. Is it a difficult question? Question number 4, second option. As soon as would have been correct, but you don't see as. As soon as the players arrived, but not correct. Soon after the players arrive, you cannot use the verb in present, it should be in past. Soon after the players arrived seems right. As soon as the players arrived would have been correct, but after that you cannot use the word after. Based on that, Soon after the players arrived in decorated cars, the ceremony began with traditional African drummers and dancers blowing conch shells. Answer is the second option. What is this based on? Soon after the players arrived. It is based on appropriate clause, standard expression. Question number 5. They have hold. It is in the fitness of things that the legislature should be taken into confidence on Brexit. Excuse me. This is an easy one, should not be a problem. If you know the verb hold, held, held, hold, held, held. Here you have to use which form? Based on have. Here, good evening. They have hold is not correct. They have held, present perfect. They have held. They have holding, grammatically not correct. Hold, grammatically not correct. They has does not make any sense, grammatically not acceptable. What is the answer? They have held what? It is in the fitness of things that the legislature should be taken into confidence on Brexit. Taken into confidence, that's an important expression. What does it mean? You should take him into confidence. That means you should trust him. You should consider him. Take someone into confidence means trust someone. Important expression. Take someone into confidence means what? Trust someone. And this question is about present perfect tense. An easy one, should not be a problem. Whatever said and done, not less vital, is the future of the border separating Northern Ireland from the Irish Republic. An interesting question. Not easy to answer, you got to know a particular expression, only then you can answer. There's another expression, all said and done. Whatever said and done, all said and done, not less vital is. This is a difficult one. Let's see how you're going to answer. No one has responded. No, no. There is an error you have to improve. Here, whatever said and done, not less vital is. No less vital, this is a standard expression. No less vital is the future of the border separating Northern Ireland from the Irish Republic. Any less not correct, more less not at all correct. What is the answer? No less vital. Answer is the third option. Yes, Chauhan, you have got it right. Whatever said and done, no less important. Usually we say there's one more expression, no less important is. No less important, no less vital, more or less one and the same. It is based on standard expression. No less vital, no less important is. Yes, Kaushal, you're right. It nuances the larger debate on whether such votes should override the will of the legislature or guided it further. An easy one, though a lengthy sentence. One reading, you should be able to spot the error or choose the correct option. Nuances means the subtle differences. 7 Sixth one is over. Seventh one, or guided it further is not correct. No, or guide it further seems right. Hold that one. Or guide it to further, not correct. Or guidance further, no, not at all. Answer is the first option. It nuances the larger debate on whether such vote should override the will of the legislature or guide it further. Here, in this context, you have to recollect two words which are very important. One is FARTHER, farther, that talks about a distance. Further talks about in addition to something. In addition to something. Question number 8. A new chapter may be put forth that India gained independence only in the last 1 year and not in 1947. Exactly. Far, FAR, that talks about the distance. FUR talks about in addition to. Question number 8. A new chapter may be put forth, grammatically not correct. May have been putted, not at all acceptable. May be left forth, they are talking about future. So we cannot use a verb in the past. Answer is the second option. Put forth means they may present. Based on that, a new theory, a new concept. India gained independence only in the last 1 year, not in 1947. Answer is the second option. No, second option is the answer. Here, the verb is in the past, but the sentence talks about future. A new chapter may be put forth that India gained independence only in the last 1 year and not in 1947. No problem. According to an official spokesperson, a person who speaks on behalf of a particular company, a party, an organization, polling was held amid tight security. This is an important word. Tight security arrangements in 29 municipal councils and panchayats over the state. An easy one. All these lengthy sentences are only to intimidate. What is the meaning of the word intimidate? Frighten. Just to frighten, confuse the candidates. But actual thing is very easy. We don't say over the state, besides the state, behind the state, across the state, across the country, across the state. Obviously, standard phrase, a prepositional phrase. What is this question about? Prepositional phrase, across the country, across the world, across the state. Election was an opinion minus democracy in which the innocent and helpless people were pitted among government's muzzle power, state machinery. Who is this third one correct? That's what I have written. I have ticked. Please go to question number 10. Election was an opinion minus democracy in which the innocent and helpless people were pitted among government's muzzle power, state machinery. Here, people were pitted to place against each other. We don't use among, we use a preposition against. The appropriate preposition is against. People are, but here the context goes into the past. Was, you cannot use are. People would pitted. No. People were pitted against. There's also a standard phrase, standard prepositional phrase, pitted against. Here, though we use against is a preposition, the verb is important. What is the verb over here? Pit. Pit against. Important combination you have to remember. You have questions, 10 questions based on error location. Try to spot the error. 11 to 20. They are all about error location. You have to use a grammar knowledge, contextual awareness. Only then you can answer. Although I enjoyed my stay in the USA, but I was still glad to come home. This sentence, it starts with the word although. Although is a contrasting word. It expresses contrast. There are two words in English. Although, though. A lot of students ask, so what is the difference between although and though? Both mean the same, both express contrast, but although is formal, one thing, and although comes at the beginning of the sentence, though comes either at the beginning or in the middle. Here, nothing wrong with that. Although I enjoyed my stay in the USA, already we have used a contrasting word. We cannot use one more contrasting word. Although I enjoyed my stay in the USA, I was still glad to come home. But is not required. That is redundancy. Unnecessary use of words. There is an error, nothing wrong with A, nothing wrong with the B. Where is the error? See, there's an error. We should not use the word but. I hope you guys got it. No, no need of yet also. Although I enjoyed my stay in the USA, I was still glad to come home. That's enough. The glass dolls are arranged on second rack of the showcase. The glass dolls are arranged on second rack of the showcase. Nothing wrong with are arranged. Perhaps they are talking about a fact. Exactly. Shivam has got it right, Chauhan. Here, nothing wrong with the tense. We don't know the context. It could be a fact. The glass dolls are arranged. Nothing wrong with. On second rack. Here, ordinal number. There's one rule that goes with articles. The definite article the. What is that rule? Before ordinal numbers, we have to use a definite article the. Based on that, it is on the second rack. The first, the second. Ordinal numbers, before them, we have to use the definite article the. On the second rack would have been correct, but you don't see that. There is an error in the second part. Computers give us an easier access to information. Computers give us an easier access to information. No one has responded. No, computers. Again, you have to recollect the rule. Plural nouns. Plural nouns, generally speaking, no article. Here, sometimes in the exam, they give the computers. It is not correct. Computers, a plural noun, general statement. We should not use any article. Nothing wrong with that. Computers give us, here we are not comparing. Are we comparing anything? There's an error. Computers give us an easy access to information. Why should we use a comparative form? Easier, easiest, superlative. Here we are not comparing. There is no need to use a comparative form. Computers give us what? An easy access to information. Easier is not correct. Easy access. Easy access is correct. Question number 14. The number of people which asked for the discount was low but grew during the summer period. Yes, thank you. The number of people, but here, people, that is a key word. This clause goes, it is about people. Then you cannot use which, you have to use who. Exactly, you're right. The number of people who asked for the discount was low but grew during the summer period. We have to use who asked, not which. What is the reason? People, we have to use who. Yes. The question is about a relative pronoun. Things we use which, persons who, and that with persons and both with persons and things. Question number 15. You do not know of him leaving the town. You do not know of him leaving the town. This is an important question. Here we have a gerund, leaving. When we use the verb ing form as a noun, we call it gerund. Based on that, you don't know of him is not correct. It should be his leaving the town. We have to use, yes, Shivam, you got it right. We have to use a pronoun in the possessive form. Before a gerund, if you have to use a pronoun, then you have to use a possessive pronoun. Him is the object form. Possessive pronoun, his. A simple sentence, also called an independent clause, contains a subject and a verb, and it expresses a complete thought. This is not easy. Question number 16. You got to read very carefully, only then you can make out where exactly the error is. Question number 16, no one has responded. C. What is wrong with C? Tomar, Mayank Tomar. You got it right. A simple sentence, also called an independent clause, no error, contains sentence, third person singular. Present tense, you have to add s or es to the verb. A subject and a verb, nothing wrong. What is wrong with the. No, no, C is correct, Tomar. Here we cannot use it and expresses. No, no, express is not correct. Subject is third person singular. Here we don't have to use a pronoun, that is redundancy. A simple sentence contains a subject and a verb and expresses a complete thought. We don't have to use it expresses. Do you understand what I say? No, 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 no. It is like this. Ramesh, or I will not use any name. He went to the market and he bought a few books. When we join two clauses, simple sentences with the conjunction end, subject is understood. We don't have to repeat. He went to the market and bought a few books. We don't have to say he went to the market and he bought a few books. That is not correct. The same way, the subject simple sentence, a simple sentence also called an independent clause, put it in brackets. A simple sentence contains a subject and a verb and expresses a complete thought. We don't have to use it. It comes under redundancy. I hope you guys got it. That's a common error. Already subject is there. We don't have to use a, and the conjunction and. We don't have to use a pronoun. The subject we don't have to repeat. It's understood. It is a desert place. This is a little tricky. It is a desert place, a little tricky. You got to read carefully. No, sentence is not correct. There is an error. Here, you can simply say it is a desert, then there is an error in C, but it is not based on that. Common error, a lot of people say this, it is not correct. Here, place is a noun. Before that, we have to use an adjective. But desert, that form is not correct. We have to say deserted place. It is a deserted place. Deserted means what in this context? Abandoned place. Nothing wrong with the word place. Don't focus on the word place. What is the reason? This goes with a common error. A lot of people say it is a desert place. Not correct. It is a deserted place. Deserted means abandoned. And here you can simply drop. You may think, no, it is not about that. It is a desert. They will not ask a question. It is about, the question is about a word form. They have used a noun, it can be a verb, but we have to use the adjective form. What is the adjective form? Deserted. As simple as that. I hope you guys got it. Paid batch. Paid batch, there are, you mean to say plus subscription? There is one batch in the morning, foundation batch, 10 a.m. and 11:45 there's another batch, practice batch. Foundation batch for SSC, CHSL and CGL. I go to school by walk. There's a common error. Not correct. I go to school. You have to say, I go to school on foot, or I go to school walking. On foot or walking, both are correct, both mean the same. If someone asks, how do you come? I come on foot, I come walking. I go to school on foot, I go to school walking. Both are correct, but never say by walk. By walk is not correct. It's a common error. Yes, deserted means lonely, isolated, lonely, abandoned. Deserted also means what? Lonely. No one is there. No, no. Who is this Anji? Not only on foot. I go to school walking. That is also correct. A lot of people don't know that. No, no. By walking, no need of by. I go to school walking. That's enough, Shivam. We don't have to use a pronoun, preposition by, not required. He discussed a murder case with his juniors. Perhaps specific, nothing wrong with the definite article the. Who is this? Mayank Tomar says a D, no error. Let others also respond. No, no, here it is not. With his juniors. Nothing wrong with his juniors. No error. Answer is no error. No, no, there's nothing wrong. Why they gave this question? Usually people make a mistake when it comes to the verb discuss. They say discuss about, wrong. You have to recollect all those combinations. Order for, wrong. Inform to, wrong. Stress on, wrong. Attack against, wrong. Answer is D, no error. Nothing wrong with the sentence. Each of these boys play games. Each of these boys play games. This is an easy one provided you know a particular rule. Based on one word, you can decide. Exactly. What is the subject here? Each. Each, either, neither, distributive pronouns. Distributive pronouns always take a singular verb. Each means one. Sentence is in present tense, affirmative. Then we have to add s or es to the verb. Play is not correct, it should be. Each of these boys plays. Each one plays. Question is about subject, verb, agreement. Now you have 10 questions based on fillers. Try to respond quickly. Let's see how you're going to do. Each one plays, each player plays. A walk in the morning will improve your health. Going to, here this is to, TO2. Go to, go for, going for. What is the answer? Yes, Balu Naik and Kaushar. They have answered, they have got it right. No, no, going for a walk. Go for a walk we cannot use because if you use go, that's a verb, but already there's a verb here, will improve. We have to say, going for a walk, going for a walk in the morning will improve your health. No, 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 no. Answer is the fourth option, going for a walk. Here, going is not the verb, it is used, it's a non finite verb used as a noun. Going, reading, going for is the answer beyond any doubt. Gerund, exactly. Reading every day is a good habit. So, going for a walk in the morning will improve your health. When I was speaking to Rani over the phone, suddenly we were hung up, run out, broken down, cut off. When I was speaking to Rani over the phone, suddenly we no, no. Hung up is not correct. Oh, you guys have the same wavelength. Hung up, that goes with someone doing intentionally. But here, accidentally, suddenly, accidental. Balu Naik, now you have got it right. Kaushar also. We were cut off. The line was cut off. We also say we were cut off. The line was cut off, not literally. Literally, don't take literally. Here, line was cut off. We also say the line was cut off. We were cut off. Conversational English. Answer is the fourth option. Perfect. Yes, Mayank, you're right. Fourth option is the answer. Beyond any doubt. Go to question number 23. The criminal, together with his associates, arrested. A good question, provided you know a particular rule. Yes. Chauhan, first one to answer. Let others also respond. 23. No, no, no. Here, there's a clue for you. When you use words like with, together, with, as well as, along with, the verb agrees with the first subject. How many subjects are here? Two subjects. The criminal, first subject, his associates, second subject. But because of these, if you come across any of these words, with, there are 15 in fact, with, together with, as well as, along with, the verb agrees with the first subject. Criminal, singular. Based on that, was arrested. Answer is the second option, was arrested. That's an important question. They have been giving in so many exams, they have given questions based on this rule. Very important rule. You have to recollect other words with, together with, along with, as well as, besides, in addition to, like, unlike, all these same rule. In the last few days, to help him, you have to focus on the punctuation. There's a question mark. Based on that, you have to answer. Fourth option. Here, there's a question mark, means it should be an interrogative. Anything has been done. It is not. Interrogative. It should be an interrogative. Is anything? No. Something is done, not interrogative. In the last few days, has anything been done to help him? Has anything been done? It is present perfect interrogative form. Answer is a fourth option. Very good. And what is this question about? Present perfect passive voice. Have you done anything to him? Has anything been done to him? Please remember, present perfect passive voice. None of the food was wasted. This is also a very good question. None of the food was wasted. "25." There's one word. If you focus on that word, you get the answer. You skip that word, it's gone. Very good. Who is this? Balu Nayak. Let others also respond. Yes, wonderful. Here, none is a negative word. If there is a negative word in the sentence, In the question tag, we should not use the word not. That rule you have to recollect. None of the food was wasted. What is the helping verb was? We have to use it. And when we use none as a subject, we use a pronoun it. Nothing also we use it. Was it? Here not is there, not is there. We cannot use were because the helping verb is was. None of the food was wasted, was it? Very good. I appreciate all those who have got it right. The chairman as well as the members to blame for this misfortune. This is also a very good question. If you know the rule, an easy one. If you don't know the rule, not easy. There is a conjunction as well as the same rule I have already given. When we use conjunctions like with, together with, along with, as well as, the verb agrees with the first subject. This is the first subject, members, second subject. But the first subject, singular. We have to use a singular verb. Based on that, wrong, wrong. Is to blame, has to blame is not correct. Is to blame. The chairman is to blame or the chairman is to be blamed. Both mean the same. Answer is the third option. I hope you guys got it right. Very good. He is the most generous man that I. This is also a good question. Easy to answer provided you know the rule. He is the most generous man. There is the superlative form of an adjective. Then we have to use a relative pronoun that. He is the most generous man that I. Here we have to use present perfect. Present perfect tense. I knew is not correct. I know is not correct. I had known. Which option is present perfect? Second option. I have known him for a long time. He is the most generous man that I have known. Here no need of that. Based on the sentence pattern, he is the most generous man. I have known him for a long. Perhaps there is a full stop. He is the most generous man, full stop. I have known him for a long time. Answer is the second option. What is your response, Balu Nayak? Where is it and what is it about? Question number, please. Please mention the question number. Balu Nayak. Oh, really? Wonderful. I'm glad to know that, Kumar. I was thinking of you. How come quiet? No communication? I'm glad to know that. Perhaps because of this tier 2, you were busy. What is the doubt, Nayak? Please let me know. What is the doubt regarding question number 27? I will answer. So, was it easy for you, Kumar? Descriptive paper, easy or difficult? Easy. Balu, I'm waiting for your response regarding question number 27. What is your doubt? If you respond, I will wait. Otherwise, I'll move on. Anyhow, question number 28. Very easy. Oh, very good. Happy to know that. The court, cognizance of the criminal's words. This is a good question. Not easy to answer. So, so you have got it right. Question number 27. I did not is to 27 what? He is the most generous man, full stop. I have known him. If you have chosen the second option, correct. Very good. The court took cognizance of the criminal's words. Take cognizance means to consider. Yes, answer is the first option. Not made, not give, not allowed. That's a very good question. But how do you know? If you read the newspapers, all these are very easy. One reading you will be able to make out. Everyone in this world is accountable to God. Advantages and disadvantages of metro city and letter writing, municipal commissioner on stray dogs. That's a favorite question. Menace of stray dogs. Remember, we discussed menace of reckless driving, stray dogs, crime in the city, pollution in the city. Standard. Favorite questions. Everyone in this world is accountable to God for his actions. Other options don't stand a chance. I was washing my face as the insect quietly into the bedroom. Question number 30 also easy. It is based on past continuous tense plus past tense. Something was happening, something was going on for that past continuous. That time something happened for that past tense. Based on that, answer is the first option. Creep, crept, crept. Here, something was going on. I was washing my face. That time something happened. What happened? The insect crept quietly into the bedroom. It's a combination of past continuous plus past tense. No, no, answer is the first option. Creep, crept, crept. Creep, crept. Here we have to use a past form of the verb. That is the answer. And regarding my schedule and the classes, please a few minutes. Every morning 10 a.m. one batch, 11:45 a.m. one batch. 10 a.m. batch, 10 a.m. batch, I'm sorry, 10 a.m. batch, SSC, CHSL and CGL foundation batch, SSC, CHSL and CGL practice batch, 11:45 a.m. Both Unacademy Plus platform for those who take the subscription. 5 p.m. this batch, SSC, CHSL and CGL, Unacademy SSC YouTube channel. And after this 6 p.m. there's another batch, SSC, CHSL and CGL special free class. That is again Unacademy platform. This one you have to use my referral code Murthy10. That's all for today. Thanks for being with me. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.